I think I saw a tweet from Chris Reagan that made a really good point. He was like, it really sucks because this is like the first like major push that will get other publishers to like start consolidating as well. So like, because Bethesda might be okay, that's just like a one-off, like who they might stop now, but Activision's like, okay, like this shit's like real, and we can't like let them tick anymore, so we're just gonna have to buy up stuff ourselves. So like, it's scary, dude. It's I don't know, I don't like this.
It's mad scary. People don't realize like, oh, like they're gonna say like, oh, they're just gonna bring back old IP and shit. It's like, no, not necessarily, my guy. You're gonna fucking they're gonna mitigate risk, bro. Bringing back an old IP, we don't know how well that's gonna sell, so they're not gonna do that.
And the thing is,
they want to get their $70 billion.
Well, that too, as well as they also want engagement and numbers and higher subscription numbers and if your game doesn't, the thing is, you got to also look at Netflix, right? You could have a lot of people watch a show, right? But they also want to see a show drive subscription numbers up, not just a viewership up, but just also subscription number from, let's say, 10 million and let's say 10 million. We had, in October and November we had Witcher Season 2 and it went up 30 million, And people don't realize games are going to be the same way.
They're going to make Crash into an ongoing game as a service. And they're going to add microtransactions in it even more so. I think 4 has microtransactions, but they're going to put even more so. They're going to make it a games as a service. They're going to make everything into like content based games as a service, man.
They added microtransactions to Doom Eternal. Like they added weapon skins after Microsoft bought them.
Yeah, like, even though it said they wouldn't do that.
Exactly. So like you already see like there's a precedent for it.
I did want to say apologize because the picture a little bit misleading with Sekiro. Sekiro is not owned by Activision. That's owned by From Software / Katakawa. So I don't know whoever made this picture kind of messed up. But yeah, it's an Overleveled podcast. Been a minute, and kind of glad we're back. You know, so be safe out there. You know, that's all I gotta say on that matter. We didn't really like miss too much. We there's some internal delays for Hogwarts Lost Legacy coming out 2023. And then of course we had the big news with Activision and Blizzard, right? As for the acquisition for $70 billion, and we didn't really have much, and as well as the Steam Deck is being shipped out in February. So I guess look forward to that. I already have mine not fully pre-ordered the $5 deposit, but it'll be shipped out in February, so looking like I'll probably be getting it in March because I'm Q1 of 2022. So yeah, I had I think that's really it before we go into like the meat and potatoes of stuff. Is there any other news? God of War on PC, we'll talk about that too. And
that's big.
And apparently leaks for Green Goblin and what's it called, Hawkeye and.
Oh yeah, if you're talking about Fortnite, yeah, there was a leak for
the best skins in gaming. Fortnite. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
What else? Yeah, I guess we'll go.
Talk about the games we've been playing, I guess.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. And sorry if I have like a slight cough. It is what it is. Yeah. So games I have been playing, I guess, before last week. I played some God of War on PC. Playing that at 4K 60, as well as a really good port, I feel. And yeah, I played up to the Elves. I forgot that. Alfheim. I believe that's where the area is called. Really good game. A really good port. Wish I had exclusive full screen, but you know it is what it is on that front.
Same.
What else have I been playing? I played Monster Hunter Rise. Really cool game. I put in 10 hours into it. Really fun. Kind of hard, but really fun nonetheless. And played.
That's another good port, right?
Yeah, it's a pretty good port. And I've been playing some 14. I'm trying to get into the Savage raids. Learning those is gonna be really hard because I've been trying to like watch some stuff, how to do them. So yeah, and some news I guess before we get into other people's games is 14 is gonna be sold again January 25th on the market. They're gonna introduce more servers and more worlds to lighten up the congestion. So that's also good news. So yeah, what you been playing, Blessed?
Playing some old and new. Still playing a little bit of Halo Infinite, but I'm kind of like waned off. I'm not like super hardcore into it anymore. I think Ben said I beat the single player. One game I have been playing, which is so fucking cool. Is an indie game on PC called Ready or Not. That game is fucking cool. It's like a spiritual successor to SWAT 4, or like a spiritual successor to like the old Tom Clancy Rainbow Six games, like 1 and 2 and 3. I think 3 Raven Shield is the name. It's like spiritual successor to that. So you basically, they have like different missions, like like bomb threat, clear the area, or hostile shooter. Basically, you just go in as a SWAT team and you clear out buildings or rooms in a building, capturing hostiles or killing them, and trying to get civilians out without killing them. It's really fun, very realistic, tactical, and just super fun with friends. I also went back to beat Crash 4. It's a good game. I didn't do all the reverse levels. I didn't do all the content, but it's still a very good game. Let's see, what else have I been playing? Started Life is Strange 2 Colors. It's okay. It's okay so far. I'm not that far into it. I started playing God of War on PC. I'm not that far into it either. Good port so far. I wish the DLSS implementation didn't look like it was like over sharpening as much. It's like a little too much over sharpening. So I usually I just go with native 1440p. It's a good frame rate. I'm trying with mouse and keyboard. I'm trying to get used to the controls. They're not bad controls. It's not a lot of buttons to worry about, but I just gotta get used to the controls of mouse and keyboard. But it feels pretty good on mouse though, to be fair. Been playing Gears 5 again, multiplayer. It's super fun. But God, it's crazy how like they never updated it. There's just some stutter that just happens in the game. Like it happens like the first time you play a map for sure. It's like it's caching the game's textures and shit or whatnot. And then it still happens sometimes, even when like you play the map like 30 times, you'll kill somebody or just like be running and the game just stutters and it's annoying. They never fix that shit. Pain. But that game is still super fun. It's my go-to random multiplayer game to play. That's basically it.
All right. What about you, Talania?
I've been playing different games. I've been diving myself getting into better at fighting games, such as Dragon Ball Fighters. Because I wasn't that much into 3v3 fighters, but I wanted to get into different genres of fighting games. I've been into that. And then recently, I've just been going back into retro gaming and playing Pokemon Yellow and using an emulator for that and see if I can catch them all really on Pokemon Yellow. And I've been playing. I played Marvel on stream, and I might be getting uh another game, maybe Golf with Friends or Yakuza maybe. I'm debating on what to buy because I was gifted £10 from a friend of mine that a streamer friend I should say that that said, look, you should get a new game because we don't know anything about Gotham Knights and how long that's going to be, so you might as well find something in the longevity of things. So so at the moment been playing fighters and I'm looking into new things though, but I don't know what yet.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Alish?
Well, Valorant dropped a new season. They dropped a new agent. She's like a more like Quicksilver agent, like really fast. She's got Force Lightning as her ult, so it's pretty cool.
I saw that shit.
Yeah, I've been grinding that.
Crazy.
Then Fortnite, I almost had the symbiotes, dude. I should have it the next week or so. They added like Tilted Towers back, and they added the tornado. Still haven't been in a tornado yet, but they've added like some stuff. I beat XCOM 1, so I'm going through like this year for me is gonna be like a strategy game year because I'm playing both XCOM games this year. Triangle Strategy is coming out, the Metal Slug game's coming out. I don't know if Midnight Suns is coming out this year. I think that got delayed, but I don't know when it's coming out, if it's coming out this year or not. And then there's also the Mario Rabbids 2. That's what I saw. A lot of strategy games this year. I'm just trying to get myself acquainted. XCOM 1 was cool. I like the ship maintenance stuff. It's just on the final mission, there was a glitch where I couldn't get to the final room no matter what I did. It's like I could only take my main character into that one room and I can't beat it with just one character. And the way to fix it was you had to be on easy. I don't know why, but that fixed it for me. So I beat that, and then I'm playing RE8. But I'm playing it like with my girl watching me, so I haven't beaten it yet. I am almost done. I got past Heisenberg's factory with like the chainsaw dudes.
Yeah.
I just got past that. So I think I'm almost done the game.
Yeah.
Then definitely like it's less scary than 7, but a lot more fun than 7. Just because like um the bosses were a lot cooler. I really liked the lady boss. I really liked the dollhouse segment. That fucking baby freaked the shit out of me. Uh, yo, like when the elevator, I think like go in the elevator. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Hurry up! Like,
yeah, and that shit wouldn't close.
me and
That
my
shit was funny.
me and my girl were like, fuck, like we were freaked the fuck out. Shadow of Mordor is also like a game I play with my girl, but haven't beaten that either because I only play when she's around. So I think right now I got Returnal. Been playing that. I had to temporarily drop it because I'm trying to do my backlog on PC, and then once that my PC stuff's done, go to PS5. I think on Returnal I passed the underwater segment, which I fucking hate that section. Um, I think there's one more. Like, what's interesting about Returnal is like it's definitely easier than other roguelikes, just because when you die, you don't have to beat a boss again. You can just skip the boss entirely.
Yeah.
And when you like by the midpoint, they stop you at the midpoint. You don't have to go to the beginning anymore in Returnal. But in terms of a roguelike shooter, it's what I've always wanted. You know, I've always wanted like a shooter or roguelike type game. So very, very good. I think it's definitely like better than Ratchet. Not even beating it, definitely better than Ratchet. What else? Oh, been playing Apex. I'm getting back into Apex. I think because once I'm done Fortnite, I want like another like casual BR type game. And I think Apex is the one for me. Been having a lot of fun. The only thing is the fucking grinding for Legends takes so long. It takes way too long to get a Legend in that game. It takes like 15, 18, 20 hours to get one fucking agent. Like it's so stupid. So yeah, like I'm playing a lot of stuff. I'm trying to just get each one. Oh, sorry, one more. I don't know how I forgot this. That's what I'm currently playing. Nier Automata. I'm playing it again on PC this time with the special K mod. Because and the game is just as bad as I remember. From
Shut
before.
the fuck up. Nah, I saw you were saying it's better than you remember. You
can't. No, because I said the music is a lot better than I remember. Because my ears were deaf when I was playing that game because that music is fire. But 9S is still like next to Morgana, the worst characters ever in gaming. He's an awful character, and I hope I guess I know what happened because I beat the game, but he's just not gonna shut up. I fucking
you put Morgana, bro. Teddy was worse than Morgana.
No, absolutely not.
Yes, dude. Teddy,
absolutely
Teddy
not.
is so annoying, dude.
No.
You gonna tell me Teddy's not annoying?
Not as annoying. At least Teddy's somewhat funny. Morgana's just
dude,
like
Teddy be
bitch.
making the bear jokes. That shit is so cringe.
Yeah, but Teddy's corny. Like he's like that's what Morgana's like trying to be.
If I had
cool.
a choice to save Morgana or Teddy, I'm choosing Morgana.
No, that's cap. Okay.
Even capping,
like you know when the combat got better for me in Persona 5 Red Hood? You know when that combat got better for me? When Futaba was the announcer and not Morgana. That's when the big combat was good.
Dude, Teddy just annoyed me.
Whoa, looky cool, Joker! Whoa, looky cool,
It's like
Joker.
all I hear from Teddy is senpai. Senpai.
But to be fair, Persona 4 is a bad game, so I don't expect much from their characters.
Damn.
You know, they got Yukiko.
Okay, I won't go far. Okay, listen. I won't go far to say that. I won't go far to say that because I don't hate a Persona game. I think it's the second weakest Persona game, but I still think it's a good game. I don't hate it though.
Hey man, again, I'm gonna replay that game too this year. That Nier Automata and Persona 4 I'm replaying this year to see if my feelings changed. Nier Automata, like I'm so close to dropping it. I'm just like I want to drop this and then go play like Yakuza 0 or something like that, or like XCOM 2. Just thinking about, and the combat is still shit. I don't like the combat at all. I think it's very generic. It's very basic. It's very boring.
Okay.
Like,
wow.
And I know that because I know that A2, because for me A2 she saves the game for me. Like A2's like section, like from then on, like the game is great. But that takes so fucking long. And I know 9S's sections are shit.
So
I'm like, ugh.
I feel that. I wanted to say there's a game I did recently play, and it's like subject to conversation, just because. How can I describe? Dying Light 2 is coming out, so I'm playing Dying Light 1, and I don't think I can play Dying Light 1 again. I don't know why, but I think I get motion sickness in that game. I don't know why.
Is it because of post-processing?
I don't know. It's weird. Like I never like feel that with any first person game. Call of Duty, I don't get that feeling. I don't get that feeling with Battlefield, Halo, Doom, like anything like that. But like Dying Light, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with that game because it makes me sick to play. I don't know if the frame pacing is weird. I don't know.
It might be the post processing.
Because all I can say is I hope this doesn't happen with Dying Light 2. Because
it probably won't.
I'm gonna get pissed. Like
it doesn't look the same. It doesn't look. It has the same post processing.
Because I can't play Dying Light 1 again. I just can't. I tried, and like I have that shit over 100 frames, and it just I get sick.
It looks blurry, but sharp.
Yeah,
that's what the post processing.
So
I played on PS4 and it like gave me headaches. And that's why. 2 doesn't look like that, so probably won't have.
2 looks fine. 2 looks good.
yeah,
I mean, I'm not getting it day one because I never played Dying Light, but
I'm definitely getting that shit day one.
I don't think I'm getting a game. I don't know what I'm getting this year. I'm not getting Horizon day one. I'm just trying to beat my backlog. I bought too many games already.
The only games I'm really getting is that and Elden Ring. Horizon I'm getting, but I might leave that for last in the month of February.
Like Sleeping Ring.
I got it for $38. So.
Which
that's
one?
Good.
Horizon.
Dying Light.
Oh, Dying Light.
Yeah, that's good. So a lot of different stuff. I'm just trying to. I don't know if I want to stick to Nier Automata. I don't know. I don't know. It's worse.
All right. So also, God of War released on PC. Did some numbers. Did pretty good. I think the highest concurrence like what 70K or no?
Yeah, highest 75. I saw.
Yeah,
75K.
This is good, for being 2018, 4 years or almost 4 years old game.
Yes, sir.
So that's good.
You think it's gonna sell 1 million in a month?
It's possible. I think so. Like, yeah.
Oh, not 75. The highest was 73.
Okay. I did want to talk about a certain game, Halo. I think it's doing well in terms of longevity, right? In terms of its console base, but it's like, how can I say this?
It's dying.
Steam
on PC.
it's just dying. I don't know what's happening. like okay, there's reasons for it. There are reasons for it. The progression system's not good, and I'm gonna keep it real. I didn't finish the campaign for Halo. I just couldn't, and I stopped when you find out the secret about the your partner or whatever, the flight dude. That's where I stopped. I just couldn't finish it. Maybe I'll finish it. I don't fucking know, but I think the progression system for the multiplayer as well, it's just cosmetics, just needs a whole revamp. And I think a lot of reasons why the PC player base, I guess, isn't receptive to it is because they don't want their time wasted. Like, I don't know, maybe the console dudes accept it more, whereas the PC players have options, and it's just no one wants to really support. Because right now, concurrently on Steam, a lot of people say, well, what about Game Pass? Like, Game Pass on PC is ass. So really, you're getting majority of the numbers from Steam. And it's 30K concurrent, around there. 30 to 40K.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing is, Halo seems like it's very US based in terms of people liking it, because if you look, I'm looking at Steam DB, and these times of its off hours is pretty fucking harsh dips. Like, it's like, oh, top of the hour 40K, and then like what is this, 11 UTC, this shit is like 10K.
Yeah.
It goes from 40K to 10K in a day depending on the time. Yeah.
Jesus.
So it definitely like drops off significantly. It seems like, yeah, it seems like the U.S. is who the people that are fucking with it. So like the prime time of the U.S. time zone, that's when people are on. But like, yeah, I see a low of 8K.
Yikes.
Yeah, 8K, and then it goes to 32K.
So they want this game to be a 10-year cycle, right? Kind of like Destiny is. It's like, I don't want to say Destiny's a competitor, but if you look at Destiny 2 numbers, it's usually around 60K, right? Like concurrent wise on Steam. Don't know really about consoles, but on Steam it's usually around 60K. So how are they going to try and boost up, I guess, the numbers or get people back? Because that's what I want to know. Like, what game plan would entice people to come back to Halo?
They literally need to make an outline of everything that they plan to do with the game. The biggest problem is they don't have an outline. We don't know what game modes are coming when. Like right now, there's a new game mode in called Attrition, but like I haven't heard anyone talk about it. I literally just played it today. I was like, oh, there's a new game mode? Okay.
Now, this is the first time I heard about it, actually.
Yeah, like it's a new game mode that came out. I don't know if it came out today or not, but yeah, I played it today. But it's like they need to do a complete outline of like the next year of content and updates, and like what they're like the PC version. They still need to make changes to update it. It still has, I guess, constant stutter after every 10 seconds, and they gotta fix the stuff with like what do you call it? They have to fix the controller problems sometimes when you boot up the game. You don't get aim assist on the controller.
Yeah, I remember
it's
that.
inconsistent, and other stuff like the performance, how you have to set minimum to 120, and how there's like apparently a constant dynamic res that you can't turn off. They got to make changes to that. They got to make an outline for sure. And they need to bring back classic modes for sure. The classic fun modes, not the try hard modes necessarily. Because like, you know, people are talking about like where's Griff Ball. Like it would be cool to have doubles, team doubles and shit like that. Like King of the Hill type beat. Like, well, that would be more serious. But yeah, they need to just make an outline of what the fuck they're adding.
Sure.
And more playlists.
Yeah. How about you, Alish? Anything regarding the player base?
So I'm trying to think like, you know, when like let's say like Valorant, let's say like other shooters. I feel like let's say Valorant adds like a new agent, right? Like, that brings a lot of hype, a lot of interest, and a lot of returning players. I wonder what Halo can do to sort of have that similar like interest like resparked after a few months. Would it be like game modes? Would it be like custom games being fleshed out? Would it be maps or weapons? Like, I think Halo is unique because usually like most free-to-play games that are out right now, which is one of the critiques of free-to-play games, is like most of them are focused on one central mode. And like with that mode, they can just go all out and like really dedicate time and resources to that game. Halo is like it's an arcade shooter, like the layout of it in terms of like there's so many different modes and all this other stuff. But it's a free-to-play game, so which mode do you sort of give the most tender love and care to? And I think, like Bless said, like they need to have a strong roadmap laid out because, like, if the Halo community doesn't know which mode to gravitate to, then they might just like lose interest, which is already happening. But what's weird about Halo is like they had the best goodwill out of any shooter that came out like towards the end of last year by far. It wasn't broken. Like the Call of Duty and Battlefield came out, like that shit was broken. Halo comes in right after, swoops in, and like takes all the market, all the attention away. And they're dropping players like this, and not even 2 months into the game. Like that's fucking that is very, very troubling. And I'm just trying to find out, like, is it because of content? Is it because of battle pass progression? Is that the primary reason why?
It's a bit of everything.
And it's like, and what's wrong with Halo is like I think Apex had the same problem where like it had this huge buzz and it just fell off. Like just immediately after it came out. And I think honestly Halo won't I think until there's a strong sense of content after a few seasons, after a few battle passes come in, and after streamers suddenly pick up back on it again, then I don't know if Halo's gonna really like bring those players back the way it needs to do. It needs to do, and because like when we look at the competitors, like it's just they can't compete with like 2+ years of already existing content to grind for in other games. They just can't compete with that because they haven't been around as long. And also, like usually, battle pass and custom skins get better with time. That's why, like, when people were saying like we're trashing the shop, I didn't really buy into that because, like, most free-to-play games, like the stories in the first few seasons are trash. Like, just look at like you can just look at like the beginning of Apex versus what Apex is now with the skins, much better. So, but it is, and it does raise questions for me with Call of Duty under Microsoft because will they do they have a strong track record in multiplayer games? Because you see Gears and like the last said with what's happened with Gears and what's happened with Halo right now, like do we really trust Microsoft to take on Call of Duty and Warzone and what that because like Warzone's bigger than any game they've had in the past few years. So
100%.
I mean,
so I would.
Yeah. I was gonna say, Dopage was saying, Halo Infinite's gonna have the MCC treatment. It's gonna die, then come back after content is added. Which, in terms of content, are we thinking like like those gears,
maps,
like the armor
maps,
content stuff, or no? Are we talking actual content like the maps you're describing, more playlist, Halo campaign add-ons and stuff like that?
I say it's definitely the content.
Okay.
Because I mean,
because we did
armors,
like
armors are definitely important, but the content is definitely
because I saw like someone making that video. I forgot who it was, but he was analyzing, especially with the ups and downs in terms of peak concurrent players for Steam. That the Tenra event or something like that, I think that's what it's called. Like they had a little bit of like a high like increase, but like after the event and stuff like that, it went way back down. Like
you're talking about Mint Blitz.
I think so.
I watched his video too, and he talked about how like 343 they just cappers, they be lying. Like literally they said, oh, we aren't gonna show any skins, and you know the trailers, they said that they're not going to show any skins there in the trailer be paid for skins. And he was like, yo, this skin right here, it's the same exact skin, it's just a different name and it's paid for.
I will
even though it's supposed to be free.
That a lot of the armor sets and skins I feel are better in the paid for, like their marketplace, than like the actual ones you earn.
100%.
Oh, yeah,
the battle pass,
the battle
pass, honestly, like, is pretty whack. I've seen like the recent battle pass. It's kind of whack.
They made a new one.
A lockout.
Wait, they still the first from the first season, right?
Well, I guess the first one, but yeah, like it's just like what you get is just, from what I saw, is just whack.
Yeah.
Versus something that you pay for. They got $20 Iron Man skins. $10 for ears. Shit doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that ear shit, I was like, that's a joke. That has to be a joke.
Insane.
$20 for an AI. Like,
that's wild for voiceover. Call of Duty charge like $2 to $5 for Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, and Microsoft, and that's another thing. Microsoft, they're gonna make that shit go up. They want their 70 billion back, bro. They're gonna be like, oh, no more $2 voiceovers or $2. Didn't they sell like scopes, like $2 scopes or?
Oh yeah, they might increase.
That shit gonna be $10 now, 100%.
Because we can go into it a little bit, but I'll also say people also got to realize that Game Pass will not stay the same in terms of like monthly, subscription numbers. Because look at Netflix. For crying out, I'm starting to get pissed off on Netflix. Because
they upped it again.
They upped it again, and the thing is, like, I remember when I always pay for the highest tier because I have a 4K OLED TV, right? I like Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, and the amount of profiles on the account. But now, me paying the highest, it's $20 a month now. $20 a month.
For Netflix?
for the highest tier.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Just gotta
the thing is, it's not been a year since they upped it though. It hasn't been a year. It was only several months. Like I want to say 5 months, 6 months. And I'm like, bro, it hasn't even been a year yet, and you're upping it again. And the thing is, it's gonna happen with everybody else in terms of the streaming platform. And you think it's not gonna happen to Game Pass? 100% gonna happen to Game Pass. Like they're gonna do it every year, probably.
And that's why. And on top of that, all these games are starting to make into more games as a service. Halo, Gears, they're just making shit into more games as a service, man.
Yeah.
What makes them the most? That's basically what they want in terms of a bigger revenue stream. But is there anything else, I guess, before we go into the acquisition?
No, not really.
It's a lot of good.
When does the season pass? I think season 1 ends like in June, right, or something.
It's like a few months away.
And then May is the co-op campaign, I believe, too.
And wasn't like people saying like the battle pass working's too fast now? Like they were like breezing through it or something like that.
I forgot.
When they added like some extra challenges, people were saying, "Oh, like that was too fast" or something.
Nah, why would they complain about going through it too fast? I haven't heard that shit.
People complain on both sides. I learned like if you fix something, they'll complain about you fixing it. It's so weird.
I don't know. I play that shit, but I don't really follow every goddamn challenge. I just play the game, and I'm like level 57. I have 100 hours in the game on Steam. I think it also counts Microsoft thing because I beat the game on Game Pass. I didn't buy it. I don't know if that also counts it, but I have 100 hours on Steam. I'm like at level 57. So,
yeah. So I guess we'll go into the Activision Blizzard thing. It'll be a lengthy topic to discuss because there's just not really much to really talk about. It's just overall been a dry gaming side of things. So I guess before that we had the Steam Deck shipping out February, like I said, and I'm Q1, so hopefully get it March. But we'll get more information for the Steam Deck probably next month as well. So let's go into the Activision Blizzard. I want to preface saying this. I said this on Twitter. Bless knows my stance. I'm not for publisher buyouts. I've said that multiple times. I'm fine with studios, but I'm not fine with publishers, and that's a big thing I wanted to distinguish. Because what's going to end up happening is going to be very much a lot of companies racing to get content on their platform, and it will restrict creative vision. So if you go into like Xbox, they'll probably put you in the wheelhouse of, hey, first-person shooters, Western RPGs, or what, or live services, okay. And then Sony cinematic games, etc. Here you go. Tencent, that's another thing, which they're trying to do whatever they're trying to do and trying to acquire as much publishers and developers as possible. And I very much, my biggest fear is when it comes to this, we'll have only like maybe 2 or 3 third-party publishers left. And that's my biggest fear, because the 3 big ones are, in terms of buying, would be Sony, Xbox, Tencent. And we already know why a lot of people don't like Tencent, and I won't go into all that. But those are the 3 players. And in Sony's mind, this is what I feel bad for Sony, because I commend them on buying studios that make sense for them to have like a developer relationship, like what is it, Blue Point Games and what's the other one? Housemarque, right? It made sense.
And the Spire guy, I guess.
Yeah.
The studio that made the VR game, I guess that came from a previous studio that they closed.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So, and like it made sense, and then the PC porting studio, Nixus and stuff like that. Okay, I'm like, okay, it makes sense. But now, at this point, can I tell Sony, hey man, you can't really buy this? And then they're gonna say, well, what if Microsoft buys Square Enix? What if Microsoft does this? What if Tencent grabs it? And then I'm just like, Well, hey man, values like that's where then it gets kind of fucked for PlayStation when I tell them you shouldn't follow suit. But if I say that, then they'll get restricted more and more and more, and then this is the huge problem I have now. It's like the Blizzard and Activision / Microsoft deal, $70 billion, and now they're getting all that, and PlayStation probably was thinking that shit would never happen, and look what happened. It happened.
Yeah.
And their biggest
$70 billion.
They made a bunch of money on royalty, right? They made a bunch of money on royalty for PlayStation in terms of getting sales when a game is purchased through them, as well as the microtransactions off the game. Now that's going to Xbox, and I 100% believe Warzone will always be multi-platform. When it comes to the new Call of Duty game.
The new one, I think, is going to be going to both, but the one after,
that's what I meant by that. Because we don't know the contract, right? For the was it the marketing deal? Because Sony has a marketing deal, right?
COD. Yeah, for COD, it's like the Bethesda situation again.
Yeah, so I don't like. I think it runs out for the next game. That's what everyone's assuming. That's it after that. So it's like. Now Sony's like going like, well, we have to do something, and we don't want them to do something, but it's gonna happen.
Yeah, they Microsoft, they were fucking like, I commended the Bethesda thing because it made sense because they worked with Bethesda a lot before. It made sense, and it's just one publisher. Okay, you got it. But now everyone else, like now that they did this, now Sony's gonna fucking like look into buying Square or look into buying Capcom. Well, Square is very very close because they have a lot of deals with Square. So
and
that
history, they used to own shares from Square. They used to own a percentage until the Sony bankruptcy stuff, and then they had to sell off their shares, but they have a huge, relationship with Square in the past.
Yeah, and then somebody might buy Sega, and then it's like, what that leaves us? Or then Sony might buy Bandai Namco.
Mm-hmm.
Like, where does that leave us? Who's left? Ubisoft, EA, fucking 505 games. Like, that's it. Take-Two.
And then there are rumors that Tencent might buy fucking Take-Two.
Like. Fucking terrible situation, and the people that are defending this, not understanding, they're not grasping what is happening. Like, they're thinking in the here and now, but they're not thinking of the future. They're not thinking of how is Sony going to retaliate, and is Microsoft going to retaliate after that. It's going to be, they're just playing hungry hippos. It's Big Bang take Little Bang. They're just literally going to buy up everything. It's going to be an oligopoly. And the thing about an oligopoly, or in making these big purchases, these companies, they want to make a return on their money as quickly as possible. And making a return on their money means you have to think, what is the best way to make a return on your money quickly? And that is to pump out games that are already proven properties. So that means a bunch of sequels of games that we already know of, in not like another 3-4 more Final Fantasies or something like that. Like, a game like Forspoken, if Sony were to have purchased Square before that game was ever announced, do you think like Forspoken would even exist? No. It's an unknown property. Even in this gaming community, people are arguing about whether it's fucking good or not. Honestly, it looks like a tech demo. It's like a game like that, nah, they wouldn't make that. They would be like, nah, just go help the person, or go help the other team that's making Final Fantasy 16, because that's the proven moneymaker. So it's like stuff like this, and then it's a homogenization of like different, like it's a homogenization of the gaming community. It's gonna lead to AAA games being so similar. Like you play like for example, like you play how do I put this? Like you play Halo and you play Wolfenstein, you play Doom, they're gonna start doing stuff like, well, Doom. They're already doing stuff that they shouldn't be, adding skins and shit. Watch the next Doom. If there's ever gonna be a next Doom or the next Wolfenstein game, is it gonna be like games as a service now? They're just gonna add these, like, you know, they're just gonna make it into like Halo Infinite type shit. So it's just fucking silly.
And Redfall, right, is like supposed to be like a Borderlands game, right? Kind of.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where it's fucked. Like the whole situation now is fucked. Like now people are gonna be buying everything, and it's a big yikes because, like I said, Sony is like, I don't think Sony's gonna keep taking it. You know what I mean? They'll be like, all right, we're gonna buy Square, or Capcom, or Sega, or anybody else. Like,
and it's just gonna lead to less independence. They're gonna lead to less independence within the gaming, like within the AAA gaming community or AAA gaming space.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna just go to the easiest to make games, and just new IPs. What are those?
Mm-hmm.
Those are gonna become less and less common.
That's true. Alish, what do you think about this? Because I'll pose a different question after.
Honestly, when I first saw this, I was like shocked for like 6 hours. Because I'm just like thinking, I'm just like, bro, they fucking own Call of Duty. Like I was like all those years like playing Call of Duty and all this stuff. I'm just like, how the fuck did they just get it? Like they just fucking like.
Big money.
I was honestly fucking shocked. And then my next question was, I think this would honestly get me to get Game Pass only because when I said this, I was like, because I've always wanted to play a Black Ops 4 Zombies. It's just I didn't want to pay like a fucking kidney for the game with Black Ops Pass because that shit's like $120 still only on Battle.net. Like fuck that. So and there's no pirated version because it's an only online game. So I'm like, okay, if it's in Game Pass, I can just play Black Ops 4 Zombies for the first time, which has been nice. But then I was thinking like, as we were talking about Halo and Gears, and like how many, because I'm thinking like Microsoft's had a lot of multiplayer failures past few years. State of Decay 2, like Bleeding Edge when discontinued. We don't know what's happened to Grounded. We don't know where Grounded's been. I forgot that game existed until just now.
It's still early access, right?
It's still early access.
Like there's like has there been any
progress?
Right? We don't know what the progress that's made with that. We don't know like Gears 5 was dead in the water. Halo Infinite has been dropping players like flies. Like I'm just thinking, I'm like, does Microsoft have the expertise to really like
handle COD?
Yeah, a game one of the biggest multiplayer games out. And I'm like, and I'm also thinking about like, I don't know if, because with Bethesda it was like more, even though people try to have a fake debate about it, it was more obvious like these games will probably not come to PlayStation because like most of these are single player games, and like it doesn't really matter if you like take PlayStation away from it. Like it's not like the game will die if it's not on PlayStation, right? But it's like if you take Call of Duty away, like that's a huge multiplayer base that you're taking away.
That's like 30-40% of the base.
Yeah, and that also doesn't count for microtransactions as well as battle pass tiers, also the stuff that they'll make as additional money off of. So I'm like, it's not clear. It's not as clear with Call of Duty, and also I'm like, because this Warzone integration thing has honestly like been the worst for Call of Duty because it's made every COD since Warzone come out to just be the same, because they have to keep Warzone in mind when they make their Call of Duty games. So I'm like, if they're gonna stick with Warzone integration for future Call of Duty games, then they can't be exclusive, because how are you gonna make Warzone be multiplat and then lock like gamers away from like bringing over the progression from the latest Call of Duty? Like that just doesn't make sense. That just doesn't make sense.
Like not adding in the new weapons and shit.
Exactly. Might as well just not have Warzone on PlayStation then, if you're gonna like not have the integration on there as well. So that also raises another question. So like and like you know, like there's just, and I'm like, and I think Burrow was in here before saying how like Crash is like a big franchise. And like again, Banjo, they've had Banjo for how long? Like Bless said, like it's just further going to consolidate the type of games they put out there, because they're only
new IPs, or or revigorating old IPs, nah. Those aren't safe bets. Those aren't safe bets.
And it's like when like for example, like no matter how big Microsoft is, it's like they're not gonna just greenlight every fucking game. Like for example, let's say Activision by itself would greenlight 5 games and 2 of them were new. Mm-hmm. Let's say Bethesda by themselves greenlight 5 games, 2 of them were new. Microsoft they'll have 10 of those games. They won't consolidate 4. They won't greenlight 4 new games. They might greenlight 3 or 2 of that 10 because they're just one big company. They're not going to greenlight the same amount of games as these companies would if they were individual by themselves. So like it's another question about like, okay, like you have all these IPs, but like are you going to do anything with them? And like also Red Hook brought another point, how they're going to do WoW or the Warcraft. Like, there's just like so many questions. There are so many questions that this deal has, and I do not think, yes, Call of Duty will be on Game Pass. That's great. Let me tell you something, guys. Call of Duty multiplayer has been dying since fucking Ghost came out. Call of Duty multiplayer has been declining every year. It may sell a lot, but the mindshare has been declining every fucking year. Just because Call of Duty is on Game Pass now, it's not gonna fucking like reinvigorate all these games. Might do great because Blessed Red can finally play zombies with me. That's great. But besides that, besides that, like long term, like for example, like when Black Ops 3 was on PS Plus, that was huge. That was huge because it reinvigorated the game. It was at a good height of Call of Duty, and like Black Ops 2 was still very, very loved because of Zombies and Zombies Chronicles that came out. But I'm like, so many years later, if you put Call of Duty on Game Pass, the previous ones, is it going to have the same effect that you're looking for? Because honestly, this deal won't be close to 2023. With the way Activision's going and the amount of questions that they have that we've raised, this shit won't, honestly, like, I expect by 2025, 2026. Because Bethesda, they bought Bethesda, what, a year or 2 ago?
They bought it, was it 2018 or 2019?
They bought it in 2020, but the deal was finalized last year.
Okay. So, like, we're still seeing, like, it's not immediately apparent of the success of Bethesda on Microsoft. They still have yet to put out a game that's like more exclusive to Xbox than PlayStation, right? Redfall, I think, will be the first one, right?
Redfall and Starfield.
Yeah, Redfall. So like that's like 2 years after.
Yeah.
That's why like I think the 2023 Call of Duty will be on PlayStation. I think it will be.
So you're saying 2 games and then I'll go.
Yeah, 2 games and we don't know.
Man's Land.
Because dude, there's just so many. Because it's like, again, like. Bethesda, the difference is like Bethesda's more single player, so like you could get away with like not talking about it forever, but you can't just like leave WoW in the dust for like 4 years, right? You can't just do that. You have to like make sure WoW is good as well as Call of Duty, as well as Halo, as well as like there's just so many like different questions that they have to ask themselves, and I don't think people are asking these questions. And I'm not even gonna get into the sorry, you go, Bless.
No, I was gonna say to add on, and one thing that was bad originally is that Activision, all their devs were working on COD. Are they still gonna do that, or are they gonna is Microsoft gonna resurrect the IP? I don't like. Crash 4 came out 2 years ago.
Crash 4,
I think. Yeah. Wait.
It was like. I think it was like two years ago.
No, I think it was 2020. It's about 2 years, almost 2 years. 2020.
Yeah, like is that gonna get are they gonna take Toys for Bob off of Call of Duty and make them make another game? Like, is there gonna be another Tony Hawk game? I mean, people are like, oh yes, now we're gonna have Activision not be Activision anymore in terms of like they're not gonna have every team on Call of Duty. But it's like,
yeah,
I don't see Microsoft. Honestly, I don't see Microsoft changing that right now. Like, I don't see them changing that in anytime soon.
Because like the same thing would happen with Bethesda, right? They kind of like let them do their own thing, and because that's gonna be hard. Like, let's say Matt Booty, right? He's the president of Xbox Game Studios, right? You know how many then he would have to go. He'll have to be like, okay, well, I gotta see our actual in-house studios that are under us, and then we're gonna have to look at Bethesda and now Activision. There's just no way. So they're gonna have them operate independently, right, like they normally do. But also Activision Blizzard are kind of in a sticky situation where they're gonna have to like actually do something about the work culture there, and
yeah,
a lot of their IPs too. Like Alish mentioned, is Overwatch 2 is in development hell. So what's happening with that game? What are they going to do? How are they going to fix that? Diablo 4 has been announced for a while now. Diablo hasn't been good since 2. So what are they going to do on that front? WoW literally has a mass exodus of people leaving WoW and going to Final Fantasy 14. Everyone hates current WoW. Everybody saw the leak supposedly for the next expansion, and people are shitting on them. Literally, a lot of the content creators for WoW are ripping on these leaks for the next expansion for WoW. So how are they going to fix that? Because the problem also is the barrier of entry for WoW. Like, it is super hard to get into WoW because they put so much bullshit in the game that you can't really play it. Like, that's why, like, a lot of people will be like, bro, I do not want to do this. Like, just to get into the content I want to get into and do raids and stuff that I have to do, get Mythic Plus, all this stuff, and it's just not going to happen. And have, like, an ult account, it's just no way it's going to happen. Whereas, like, 14 doesn't do that. You can literally play the game. You don't have to do any raids or extreme trials or anything like that. It's super easy to get into. So that's a big problem Microsoft's also going to face, is a lot of the IPs besides Call of Duty, even though Call of Duty is on a decline but still makes a ton of money, these other ones are on a bigger decline than Call of Duty is.
Yeah.
And it's going to be hard for, like, how they're going to restructure the company as a whole, because that's $70 billion. And I think Phil was on an interview today about it. It was funny that they called him out on it. That's like, oh, it's very interesting that you bought a Blizzard at this time frame because they're 20% down on their shares. And he kind of like sidestepped and was like, oh, this and that. We're gonna, do
better. Their stocks fucking skyrocketed. I'm mad I didn't. I should have bought into Activision, but I didn't know Xbox was gonna buy them. Their shares went up like 30%.
Yeah, no one had any idea, dude. Like, don't blame yourself.
Yeah, and then Sony's went down like 7%, I believe.
Yeah, I saw that too.
So yeah, no, Sony's shareholders are gonna start getting pissed. So.
Oh yeah, they'll definitely have to have.
Sure.
Do you think they'll respond though?
I think probably.
I think so. That's what I'm scared of. They're just gonna fucking buy Square or buy like, oh my god. Like imagine people are like, oh, it doesn't matter. But like, what if Sony buys Capcom, and Capcom have literally said that they want to make PC their main platform? What's gonna happen then?
But
are we like we're not gonna be seeing those?
But Sony wants to go to PC though. Day one. I thought that was the plan.
But I tweeted this out.
Hey man, that's the plan, but I don't know.
What if Sony bought Warner Brothers?
I don't think so.
Bruh.
I doubt it.
There was a thing going around that Microsoft was gonna buy Warner Brothers, but what if, Sony decides to buy Warner Brothers out of the blue?
See, the problem with that, right, is like, think about it like this: what are you getting as a result for WB? If you buy them, if you buy WB, you're not getting a guaranteed that you're having the IPs for the DC comics. So you're literally just getting Mortal Kombat.
I'm not talking about only DC. I'm talking about everything. So that's Hogwarts Legacy. That's
Hogwarts. Like, I don't even know. Even then, that like, is that a guarantee? If you're gonna buy WB games, is that a guarantee you're going to have the IP of Harry Potter? Because the only guarantee is literally Mortal Kombat. That's the only guarantee I feel.
I mean, Mortal Kombat is definitely going to be one thing, and then there's also the Shadow.
Not the Lord of the Rings. That's token stuff, right? Is that because that's the thing. The people that truly own those IPs are Discovery and actual WB Films. A game company doesn't have like the rights to it. They work for Discovery and WB, so that's why I don't think it would be even a good decision for Sony to even think of that notion.
Yeah, but you never know. You never know what Sony
wants. You never know, but I guarantee you, everybody here would say that WB games that would not be a smart purchase at all.
Yeah, they would. No way. Nah.
I mean, it'd be a crazy purchase. That's something I could say. That would be a crazy purchase.
I don't know if it's crazy. I think it would be kind of dumb.
Yeah, nah.
The only good one is Mortal Kombat. That's the definitive, like, you're getting that in fear. Everything else is a big what if. Like, you don't know if you're getting Harry Potter. You don't know if you're getting DC.
Yeah, DC's already gone down the crappers anyway as it is with their own DC games. We don't even know what the status with Gotham Knight.
No, well,
that's a fact.
That's true.
But yeah, but like I said, you know, if anything, like, there needs to be something now. You know, what Sony needs to do is to give us something big. Something like, you know, they're pulling the PlayStation, what's it called, PlayStation Now, off the UK stores.
Yeah, because of their new service that they're doing.
Yeah,
but like, no one's really gonna. No one's looking for Spartacus like that. People want to know whether or not Sony's going to respond, because Blessed Red is fearing that they're going to do something, which they are, because after Bethesda, right? Like, they were just like, you know what? Whatever. We're just going to continue purchasing organically. Because, listen, like, they were like, we're not going to do anything about it. It is what it is. Now you're like, okay, they're buying Activision Blizzard. Now our shares went down. We're gonna have to say something.
I hope to God Microsoft, because he had a who's the CEO, Sundar Pichai or whatever.
Which one?
Nadella
of Microsoft.
Satya Nadella.
Oh, it's not Microsoft. Oh yeah, Satya Nadella. I'm thinking of somebody else. Whoops. Yeah, like he had an interview and was like, oh, we're still looking into buying fucking companies. And that happened to be Activision. I hope they're like, all right, we're cool now. I hope they're not going to be like, oh no, we're still invested in looking in, because then you already know they might get another before like Sony even quote unquote like responds.
Because you know, like what would happen if somehow like Xbox would get to Square, like
literally like that could be a possibility though. Money talks. It's just cursed.
Yeah, but then you're gonna get like fans really into uproar, and
people will be fucking pissed.
And what else? Like, Sony is gonna like be livid. Like,
the thing is, it's like, what are they gonna do though? Like, there's not that much of a market for Japanese games on Xbox in the first place. They're not buying them, so it's like, if they were like, it would be a fuck you to Sony, but it's like, really, you're just fucking yourself.
Yeah, that's
true. Who gonna buy it? Who gonna play this shit?
That is true.
To be honest, but I mean, Microsoft has do whatever the fuck they want, bro. They fucking chewing dog. I don't fucking know. It's silly. Yeah. This shit is. I woke up and I'm like, I literally saw that shit. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was real. I was like, what the fuck?
I'm like, what are you talking about? How much? For how much? And then somebody says 69 billion. I'm like, why are you being funny? 69 billion? That's random. That's a joke?
Oh, yeah, I saw somebody make that.
It's like, you making a 69 joke? Bro, what's the real number? It's like 68.7. I'm like, what? What the fuck? That's actually insane. So, I don't fucking know, man.
Yeah, I think this decade, Microsoft, they have to really figure out how to streamline these games, because like 33 studios with each different culture, bro, it's gonna be a lot of shit they gotta like sort out and prioritize and set a timeline. Like, it's a lot of it's not gonna just be like an immediate like payoff.
Yeah,
I think when they get this shit like streamlined, it's gonna be fucked. There's a lot of things you have to think about now until forever. I think that's I was gonna say that's why I think Sony is like doing organically, because like it reduces the time.
Well, they said that before this happened.
But it's like they're saying like it'll reduce the time of like integrating these companies into our studios, which like Microsoft to me has that problem.
Yeah, but now what do you think? So you think now Sony is probably changing it up now after this?
Oh, absolutely.
They were saying that because honestly, that was the best answer you can give when you're doing acquisitions. and they were like, if no one was mad about it. No one was mad about it. Like when Sony acquired Insomniac, made sense. When Sony acquired Bluepoint, made sense. When Sony acquired the Returnal studio, How Smart, made sense. When they said they want to create ports for PC, so they bought Nexus, makes sense. Now it's just like they're like, yo, we were trying to be the good guys, and we were trying to do it organically, and now we're
now we gotta sling our dick around, our money dick around. It's like
they have to
compete, apparently. Like they have more than double their studios now.
Yeah. No, dude, they
more
were at like
double.
10. I swear they were like at 12 at one point, right, for Xbox. Now they're at 30 something. And now
I mean, Sony got like 3 or 4, but like they're at this point, I think Sony is at like 15, 16. They definitely got doubled.
Yep.
They doubled up on the motherfuckers, bro. Yeah. This shit is silly.
How much do y'all think Game Pass will go up in price?
Like the first price increase, it could be $5 extra.
I think 3 to 5.
Really?
$2 would be, I don't know, like $3 to $5.
I think they'll go 10, but I think they'll do it slowly. I think it'll be like 10 in like a year, but they'll do like 3 like every like few months or something. Because I'm like, since they announced Ultimate, there have been a lot more like Spotify and Discord. Like there's a lot more like benefits to like Game Pass than there was when it came out, and they have a lot more studios under their wing that they got to pay for. So like to me, like 25 is the end goal for now, but I don't know like at what rate they'll get there. Do you think the price increase will happen this year?
Anything is possible at this point.
This year, fucking probably,
Or do you think they're waiting for Sony to release their Spartacus to see what they?
I mean, Spartacus from them, it's different though. That's the thing.
It's PS Plus. It's an upgraded PS Plus.
Yeah, it's like it's a rebrand basically. It's like, hey, if you like the old PlayStation games, you can stream them. PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4. You can stream them.
Yeah, but it's no new games day and day in that shit though. Okay. It's not that Game Pass type shit. So.
Because also it's like different tiers for PlayStation Plus makes sense because PlayStation Plus is popular. PS Now is not. It's just left a sour taste in everybody's mouth, so they're trying something different with different tiers for Plus, which makes sense. But it is what it is. Now it's like everyone's gonna just throw on their dick and buy shit, and it's not gonna be great. It's so weird just seeing the amount of praise.
Yeah.
Like on Twitter, I was just like shocked, and like no one like said a word about it. No one's like, "Hey, like they bought Microsoft bought Blizzard. Now you don't think Sony's gonna do something about it?" It's like this is the second time a publisher buyout from Xbox. You don't think Sony's gonna do something?
2 years. In 2 years, 2 buyouts in 2 years.
Because it's like Sony's like, okay, the first buyout they were like, we're just gonna keep doing our same strategy, and then the second buyout, they're gonna change their strategy. It is what it is at this point.
They have to.
AAA gaming is just gonna fucking suck. By the end of this generation, AAA gaming is gonna suck dick, even more dick.
Xbox, baby, Xbox.
Oh my, this man Jigga really coming in after so many months and just said Xbox, baby.
I got PC, so I don't change anything for me. PC.
Jigga, get your ass back in here. That's all I'm gonna say to you. Get your ass back in this Discord. Right,
I made a cameo appearance. He definitely sounded like he was at work though.
No.
I got one word to say to you, Jigga. Just wait until Sony buys a bigger.
Bro, what? See now we're.
I'm gonna say Warner Brothers. I was about to like.
No. I was gonna say something bigger than that.
I mean, anything's bigger than Warner's.
That's true.
Fucking Sega for me is bigger than Warner.
I mean, yeah, they get like Bandai Namco.
Mm-hmm.
If they do that, they'll have like fighting games under bag. You already
But also,
know.
they want to do some multiverse shit. Like they also want to do some multiverse stuff with Activision. So it's also a thing to consider. That's why they bought them.
Oh yeah, for like Warzone with all these different characters, like Rambo and shit. Attack on Titan. That shit looked ass, so I'm gonna keep it.
That shit looks so whack, bro.
bro.
Levi, who the fuck?
That looks so bad.
That is Dollar Tree Levi. I don't know who the fuck that is.
About realism, they want realism.
That don't look like real Levi at all, man.
That fella look like his name is Kent. The fuck?
Yeah, I was just like, yeah. I mean, it's kind of like the whole Fortnite thing. So I guess Activision has their own version of Fortnite that they can make a bunch of money off of. So
yeah, Xbox needs like a strong multiplayer game.
Hey man, if you can't make the strong multiplayer game, you just buy them out.
Just buy it.
That's it. But like I think Activision Blizzard will be the hardest though for Microsoft to fix and to make better. Like Bethesda, you don't really have to do much at that. Let them do their own thing. But Activision Blizzard, that's a lot.
Like Deathloop and like Psychonauts, like they weren't really affected when Microsoft bought them. So, but you could tell like they didn't really like negatively influence those companies, those games. So,
yeah, and then,
I agree. Activision would be difficult.
Yeah, it's just like Call of Duty. It's like that's a separate thing. They're still doing okay in terms of making money, but like WoW, Overwatch, Diablo, all those games, they need help.
Definitely, they really do.
I have no idea about Hearthstone. That's why I don't mention it, because all I remember was popular in high school for me.
Yeah,
I have no idea how the popularity of that game is to this day.
Yo, literally one COD flop, and they're like, "Yo, we're selling."
Nah, dude, they weren't selling. They were selling because of that.
The publicity, bro.
Yep.
Yeah. Definitely.
What's crazy though is after the fully they fully acquire them, Bobby Kotick is gonna get fired, and he'll get like almost $400 million.
Yeah, it's insane.
That's crazy,
no
bro.
Cuffs. No cuffs, by the way.
Nope.
No cuffs.
Just 400 mil, man. Be all out your way. So if you were a regular employee in Blizzard, you got fired, you ain't getting no 400 million.
All those walkouts and shit, and he's still gonna be sitting pretty. I'd be mad as hell.
Yep.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, but I don't think we got anything left to say really at this point.
Yeah.
Any last remarks, which we close this episode?
Hogwarts Legacy rumor about now. Apparently, that's been for 2022 or 2023.
2023.
Apparently, it's 2022. Apparently, according to one of their developer teams.
I mean, 2022 is this year. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I mean this year. I mean, what I meant to say is
because year. I thought I said it got delayed to 2023, so that made sense. 2022 doesn't make sense.
According to the community manager, apparently it's 2022.
Let me look.
Oh shit!
Because people say it got delayed for 2023. It doesn't make sense for 2022.
On his Twitter, he put 2022 with the eye emoji, and he taking us to the Wizarding World website.
So blessed. So when COD hits Game Pass, right?
Oh god, you about to answer this bullshit.
All right. So will you play BO3 Zombies with me, and I will play Back for Blood with you?
Man, I'm not gonna play Back for Blood again. I was capping for that. We could play Left 4 Dead though. I was. Oh, I forgot. I was playing that shit. Yeah, I started playing Left 4 Dead. That shit's fire.
I'll cop that. It's like dirt cheap, right?
Yeah, it was like $10 before. You probably find out like CD. No, not on CD keys. It's out of keys there. Check like fucking. I don't know. You gotta check a different one.
I'll post it in Discord for you. If you're looking for it.
But I'd give it a shot though. I'd give COD a shot when it goes into Game Pass.
Thank you, sir. Just when you go out of Crovy, bro, with that dragon, you'll be like, my God, this shit lit. And then we go beyond Horizon Drac. You'll be like, oh, beautiful castle. You get a fire, bro. You'll be all set, bro. And then you got Shadows of Evil. You'll be like, yo, that jazz, that 1930s jazz in the background. Oh, beautiful. You're gonna be wowed.
All right, sir. Whatever you say, sir.
All right. So, anything left to add before we, I guess, hop out, close the show?
No, just the fact that Xbox will suck next year.
You know, Xbox still ain't got no games.
Oh, damn.
You know what?
I'm joking.
You know what? They don't. No, I'm joking.
They ain't got no games.
Man, that joke has single-handedly made them fucking make these fucking purchases. All these jokes of like, oh, Xbox got no game. They bought 2 publishers, motherfucker.
You know what's crazy?
They're like, talk to me now, nigga. Talk to me now. What's up?
You know what's like, funny? Bro. Like, think about it like this. They're like, you know what? People be saying we don't got games. We don't have to make the games. We just buy them.
Buy them and then
buy these developers that are making them right now.
Hey, see it, man.
That's crazy.
But still, it's like the way I see it is just that I don't see Xbox having any games out in the next 12 months. Like bigger games.
I mean, the only games, well, supposedly Redfall got delayed. And all he got really is this year is Starfield. What's the other one?
That was
Forza Motorsport. The next Forza Motorsport.
They got the Crossfire game, but that's timed for like 3 months.
Yeah,
Stalker 2
got delayed
December.
too. Dude, I don't think it's coming out in December. I'm going to keep it a buck. Every
I
game that gets delayed in December, Dying Light 2, I said the same thing. I'm like, Dying Light 2 is not coming out in December.
Only games I know that release in like December is like, I think it was like Just Cause 4 and Rainbow Six Siege. But surprisingly, Rainbow Six Siege became a success.
Did Cyberpunk come out in December?
Cyberpunk came out.
Was it? Oh, it was November, December.
Was it November? No, it might have got delayed to December. It was November initially, I think.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, it says September 17th. Wait,
no, that was the original. Like, that was another day. But no, like...
December 10th, yeah.
Stalker, I don't believe is coming out this year. I can state that, like, when you delay a game to December, that, like, late in to, like, the early new... Yeah, it's not coming out this year. So,
fuck.
Don't expect Stalker.
Also, what the fuck is Everwild? Like
that game, bro.
Dude, there's so many. Dude, there's so many questions with like their release pipeline.
They just smoking weed over in that studio.
Yeah, bro.
They don't even know what the game is.
They toting.
They're like, yo, what? We don't even know the game we're making. It's like, what do you mean you don't know?
I just look at the monitor and just look at the pretty colors, bro. That's it. Motherfuckers have no clue what the fuck they doing. Yep. I don't.
So like I said,
I mean, they may have like some indie game deals and shit like they had last year.
Yeah, they will absolutely. But if you're talking the big game, even Sony, it's not that much either for this year as well compared to both of them. It's like all you got from Sony, maybe 16. Final Fantasy 16, you got Forspoken, and then you got what else? You got God of War, why I say Forza, geez, Gran Turismo, and Horizon.
I hope Ghostwire comes out this year because I want to see more of that game.
Oh yeah, it's supposed to. Yeah, they have that too.
That game, bro, gets barely any publicity.
Yeah, I don't know, like just like about it just intrigues me. I just want to see.
I liked it in the first
showing.
Sorry. Oh yeah, we forgot.
No, I don't really play Bethesda games like that, so I'm looking. I want to see what this is about.
We forgot to mention that next month it's also a Sony event.
Well, that's a rumor.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
State of Play.
Yeah, State of Play.
State of shit. I mean, the State of Play is gonna be for Horizon.
Dude, we don't need another State of Play.
No, we don't need another one. What a death loop this game.
No, because remember, we had a State of Play for Horizon. It was like 10 minutes, right?
It was weird because it was early. That game wasn't even coming out that year.
Yeah, that's true. To be fair, remember the leak that Horizon was going to come to PC like in November or something? But
yeah,
in reality, that was before the delay. So it made sense that was going to come out in November. They were aiming for it to come out in November. That's why they had the State of Play. Was it Yeah, it was in May, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah, now we PC players have to wait until next November or something. No, was it February? I don't remember. Just like add on 4 more months extra to the leak date.
That's what I'm thinking to some of the games that were leaked under the video list.
Yeah, I mean, you got Returnal, Ratchet and Clank 2016. I don't know, some other games that were Demon Souls and Sackboy for the league games. Surprisingly, no Spider-Man.
I'm telling you, Spider-Man isn't going to make the way to PC.
I thought they would have done it first, to be honest.
No,
it's a big game.
It's a big game, but...
Or do you think it's because of the long legs the game has that they're waiting, like, literally for it to be, like, the last game to go to PC?
I think now it's because of long legs. Because Miles, that shit just keeps selling and selling and selling.
Yeah, it's like they're like Breath of the Wild, just like it's always gonna chart.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Every time I was like, dude, Miles, this is crazy. This game just keeps selling.
Yeah. I mean, but they should release 2018. But they may just do like a mile or 2018 mile, just like the Uncharted collection.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Might do that shit.
True.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I don't think we got anything else to say.
Nope.
So, want to thank people for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Oh my gosh, this man Budo comes in at the
in.
last freaking minute.
We're closing shop, Burrow.
Man comes in late.
Bro, did we talk about how Microsoft dropped?
Yeah, they dropped something. They dropped something.
Yeah, you dropped something.
Yo, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Gosh,
damn. Microsoft
Xbox had no games. Xbox had no games for years, and now they got all the games. They're like,
yo,
what you doing?
Who keeps doing this to poor man? Let this man speak. He's is putting propaganda, but let the man
Jeff
speak.
Singer right now is celebrating his comeback from his grave.
Oh my gosh.
Dang.
Oh my god. Bro, right? Let me tell you something.
Xbox fans are eating right now.
Well, let me just tell you something, bro. Xbox isn't gonna have anything at this year, so you're gonna probably see something big in the next 2 to 3 years.
Oh no, I don't give a fuck. I'm about to sell the shit out of my Xbox Series X. That shit is about to take a road trip down to sell somebody.
Along with the Sims game?
Bro, we really got hijacked by a highly belligerent drunk Burrow. What the fuck going on?
I'm not even
yeah. Man's driving, sir. We don't know.
Bro, you sound like you're doing on some illegal activities, bro.
I'm sorry, I'm not my buddy Meds.
Oh, damn. That's fucked up.
My bad.
But
anyway,
yeah, you got anything else to say?
It's really good for the gamers and actually more better for the employees because Bobby Kodak, whatever his name, he can go suck a dick and fuck off.
Oh, I mean, he's gonna get something. He's getting $400 million.
Yeah. Lucky bastard. You know, like the rest of us are struggling sometimes paycheck to paycheck or looking up to sell our kidneys on a black market to afford rent or whatever.
All right, bro. Well, all right, get to the point, sir. The fuck going on?
Hopefully, under Microsoft's leadership, even though
they're against unionization. They're kind of against unionization. Microsoft.
At least, hopefully, somebody won't off themselves under Microsoft's lead like they did under Bobby Kotick. So whatever.
I mean, that is fucked up.
That is very, very messed up.
But you think I will say, dude. Phil Spencer, in terms of Bobby Kotick, is friends with the man.
Oh man, looks like one scumbag. As pick your lesser of two evils, pretty much. But hey,
all these higher executives are friends with one another.
At least Phil Spencer might give me another Spyro crash game.
That ain't happening, bro.
Another Spyro?
That ain't happening, Chief.
Spyro, baby.
Oh, Spyro.
This man is hoping for the fucking cloud right now.
Yeah, they'll have a Spyro game. That shit gonna be live service game.
Yeah, it's gonna be live service.
At least
Spyro,
it'll
you know
be
what's Temple Run? Like, they got a Spyro Run, bro.
Yeah.
At least I'll buy it. At least I'll buy it.
You're gonna buy it?
Yeah, you and like 2 people.
Nostalgia, baby.
Yeah, well, that's all Buru had to say. Me, I don't agree.
I mean, I didn't know what the topics were, so.
Well, I mean, we kind of already finished.
Bro,
we did the Activision Blizzard, basically.
Bro, you came in. We're about to do outros.
Hey, man, hey, so just give me a rundown. Give me a rundown.
I mean, there wasn't. I'm gonna keep it real.
Bro, in the pod. What the fuck going on?
There's barely anything to say, Buro. There's literally nothing to say.
At the goddamn podcast.
In the goddamn.
We only had an hour and 20-minute podcast.
Happy anniversary, Kingdom Hearts. Happy anniversary, Kingdom Hearts. Been getting shit this year. Thanks. Thank you, Square Enix. And fucking FTs.
Oh my gosh, the NFT
all
stuff.
All right, cut his mic. All right, let's go.
Let's just
Alright, so I gotta say thanks to Buro for showing up. Definitely don't agree with him on Activision Blizzard because now you're gonna have Sony try and buy something as a result, and I don't want that to happen.
Sony's unite, baby.
Because I don't want Sony to buy anything, but as a result, they're probably gonna buy something.
Oh yeah, I would.
You see, this is what we didn't want, sir. Now you're gonna have freaking Sony try and buy Square Enix, and then you got people who are gonna get pissed off. And no, I don't want to see none of this.
Hey man, keeping it truly exclusive.
Yeah, but gotta say thank you guys for watching. Make sure to hit the like, subscribe, share. I'm definitely gonna have content been out, but I'm definitely gonna stream and definitely stream more. Make content. Just been not feeling well, so but also Twitch, definitely gonna be streaming some content here and there. Final Fantasy 14, some other games, potentially Dying Light 2, all that stuff. So look forward to all that. And Alish, where can they find you at?
Yo, so I'm streaming. I've been streaming on Twitch lately. We've just been doing a Valorant like rank grinding on Twitch with me and my boys. So my Twitch, I think, is something Alicia. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
It's in the description box.
Yeah,
I'll figure it out.
Man doesn't even know. It's Alicia _R1.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna hit y'all back later. I don't know what the fuck my shit is.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you that another time. Who knows? But so yeah, I've been streaming Valorant on there. I stream actually tonight, like after the pod. So, you know, if you want to see me suck at ranked, definitely you can come through and chill. Twitter is Alicia _R1. Haven't been tweeting too much lately because what does Bond say? Well, fuck, what is that thing? I'm not a social reject. I got a girl now, so I'm not a social reject. I don't know how he says it, but yeah. So
that definitely sounds like Bond.
Yeah. So, but I heard Bond's single now, so it's nice.
Oh, when?
I put a tweet out or something. But yeah. So, anyway, the great pod, short pod, but a great one nonetheless. We had a lot of good conversation. That things I didn't consider when the news first hit because it just fucking phased me like no other. So, yeah. Great pod. Thanks. I guess thanks, bro, for the the cameo. Nobody cares about Spyro and Crash, bro. This isn't 1995 anymore. This is 2022. So yeah, nobody cares. Anyway, so yeah, have a good night, y'all.
All right, man. Good pod. I just purchased a new mic. I bought a what is it called? Elgato Wave 3. I'm gonna boot that up. I'm gonna see how good it is. I'm gonna be streaming at Twitch at Bless Red. I'm gonna definitely be streaming Dying Light 2's campaign. That's gonna be fun. I'll play a co-op. Mm-hmm. But yeah, check me out. So I'm gonna see how that mic working, but getting some upgrades. So
I thought you said you were buying a publisher for a minute.
Oh shit! If I were to buy a publisher, who the fuck would I buy? Honestly, I'd probably just buy Take-Two. I'd fucking put out one game, Motherfucker just release content. I'm just sitting on my ass, just making money.
That's true. All right, Taladia, where can they find you at?
Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube at Taladia Plays. I'll be streaming Monday, Tuesday. I'm taking off Wednesday. I'm not gonna stream tomorrow, which is Thursday as well. I'm gonna take those days off because I'm sick. But I'm gonna be streaming different games, from fighting games to retro games to anything and anything really, because there's nothing to really stream until Gotham Knights comes out. So until then, it's like I'm just gonna be playing anything. And also, I do a podcast which is called Inside the Multiverse, which is a DC Comics podcast I do, and I will have a special guest on the next episode this weekend, which I'll record with the DC Comics Gamer. So,
nice. Yeah. Sounds good. Make sure to check that out. And we have Buro, just special cameo appearance, just like Jigga.
Who?
Hey, you know everybody's favorite alcoholic, everybody's favorite jackass. All right, it is your boy Buro. You can find me only on Twitter for now, but let me drop a little something. You will find me somewhere on a streaming service with my boy Red Hood right here on our own podcast called the Nerd Next Door Podcast, baby. Whenever that drops, maybe. I don't know.
That is definitely happening. Make sure to check that out. And we're definitely getting some panel members on that.
I am waiting for Red Hood to keep his word of Final Fantasy 14 for the PS5.
That's also a thing. I'm definitely gonna buy you Final Fantasy 14. So look forward to that, I guess. And thanks for showing up, everybody. Make sure to like, subscribe, go to everybody. Links in the description box below. And happy everyone to tune in. I have no idea if we're going to have a podcast. Probably we're not having a podcast next week because literally we're literally digging in the soil trying to find fucking water. It's kind of hard.
This is the biggest info.
Yeah. So until another big info is going to happen. I mean, we got the Nerds Next Door podcast. Having some anime stuff there too. So look forward to that. Guys, thank you guys for watching.